I will never lose. Good morning, champions. Today, I'm here to remind you of something you already know deep in your soul. I'm here to remind you of your greatness. I'm here to remind you of your fight. I'm here to remind you that no matter what life throws at you, no matter how many times you stumble, you will never lose. Let me tell you something, losing isn't about the scoreboard. It's not about the applause. It's not about the opinions of people who don't understand your grind. Losing only happens when you quit. I don't care how tired you feel. I don't care how unfair life gets. I don't care if every door you knock on slams in your face. As long as you're still standing, as long as there's breath in your lungs and fire in your heart, you can't lose. Some of you are looking at me thinking, but I've failed so many times. Let me stop you right there. Failures aren't losses, they're lessons. They're the stepping stones to your success. You didn't fail, you learned. Every setback, it's a setup for your comeback. Every rejection is redirection to something better. And listen, when you're chasing your dreams, it's not supposed to be easy. The grind is supposed to hurt. It's supposed to stretch you, break you down, and rebuild you stronger. Diamonds don't form without pressure, and warriors don't rise without battles. When you feel like you can't go on, that's the moment you dig deeper. That's the moment you remind yourself of why you started. You remember the people counting on you. You remember the dream you said you'd fight for. You remember the pain of regret is way worse than the pain of discipline. Let me ask you something. Are you willing to fight for your dream like your life depends on it? Because it does. Your legacy is on the line. Your future is on the line. So what are you going to do? Cry about it? Or rise above it? Complain about it? Or conquer it? I need you to walk out of here today with a new mindset. Say it with me, I will never lose. Say it louder, I will never lose. Because as long as you keep going, as long as you refuse to quit, you are unstoppable. You're not just a fighter, you're a finisher. You're not just a dreamer, you're a doer. Today, you draw the line. No more excuses, no more doubts, no more waiting for permission. The world doesn't owe you anything, but you owe it to yourself to rise to your potential. This is your moment. This is your time. It's not about being the best. It's about being better than you were yesterday. It's about refusing to accept defeat and walking boldly into your destiny. So when life hits you, and trust me, will you stand tall, look it in the eye, and say, I will never lose. Now go out there and show the world what greatness looks like. Failure is not losing, it's learning. This is a truth that separates those who achieve greatness from those who settle for mediocrity. Too often, we're taught to fear failure as if it's the ultimate defeat. But in reality, failure is the foundation upon which success is built. Every great achievement in history was preceded by countless failures, and every person who has ever reached the pinnacle of their potential has faced more setbacks than they can count. The key isn't avoiding failure, it's embracing it as part of the process and extracting the lessons it holds. When you fail, the world often tries to label you. It might call you unworthy, unprepared, or incapable. But failure doesn't define you, it refines you. It's like a chisel in the hands of an artist, shaping you into the masterpiece you're destined to become. It's easy to see failure as the end of the road, but in truth, it's the detour that leads to a better path. Every time you stumble, you gain knowledge, resilience, and a deeper understanding of what it takes to move forward. Think about the first time you tried to do something new, ride a bike, solve a tough problem, or learn a skill. Chances are, you didn't get it right on the first try. You fell. You struggled. But you didn't stop. You got back up and tried again because you knew that was the only way to master it. That's the same principle at work in every failure. It's not about the fall, it's about how you rise. Each attempt brings you closer to success because each time you fail, you gain clarity about what works and what doesn't.
Failure teaches you lessons that success simply can't. Success can make you comfortable, even complacent, but failure demands your attention. It forces you to reflect, to analyze, and to adapt. It makes you question your methods, your mindset, and your determination.
This self-reflection is what propels growth. You learn not only about the task at hand, but also about yourself, your limits, your potential, and your capacity to persevere. In failure, you find the truth about who you are and who you're capable of becoming. Some people let failure stop them. They let the fear of failing again paralyze them and keep them from trying. But the truth is, the only way to truly fail is to stop trying. As long as you keep moving forward, failure is just a stepping stone on the path to success.
The greatest leaders, inventors, and innovators didn't succeed because they avoided failure. They succeeded because they refused to let failure defeat them. They saw every setback as an opportunity to learn, to grow, and to come back stronger.
Failure strips away the non-essential. It exposes weaknesses and reveals what needs to change. It's a mirror showing you where you need to improve. This can be painful, but it's also liberating. When you embrace failure, stop hiding from your flaws and start addressing them. You take ownership of your journey and become proactive in your growth. Failure empowers you to take control of your destiny instead of being a victim of circumstance. Sometimes failure feels like a heavy weight, a burden too great to bear. But that weight is what builds your strength. Just like lifting weights in the gym, the resistance you face in failure strengthens your resolve. It conditions your mind to stay focused, your heart to stay courageous, and your spirit to stay determined. Failure doesn't break you, it builds you, shaping you into someone who can handle the challenges of success. Failure also humbles you, reminding you that no one is perfect and no journey is without its struggles. This humility fosters empathy and connection. It reminds you that every person you admire, every success story you've ever heard was born out of a series of failures. When you understand this, you stop comparing yourself to others and start focusing on your unique path. You realize that failure isn't something to be ashamed of, it's a badge of honor. Proof that you dared to try. Many people fear failure because they fear judgment. They worry about what others will think if they don't succeed. But the truth is, most people are too focused on their own journeys to spend much time judging yours. And even if they do, their opinions don't define your worth. What matters is how you respond to failure, how you rise after you fall, and how you use it to fuel your growth. Failure also forces you to innovate. When one approach doesn't work, you're pushed to think outside the box and come up with new solutions. This creativity is what drives progress. Many of the world's greatest breakthroughs were born out of failure. It's in the moments when nothing seems to work that you discover your true resourcefulness and ingenuity. You find new ways to approach old problems, and in doing so, you often uncover something extraordinary.
The discomfort of failure is what makes success so rewarding. If everything came easily, success wouldn't mean as much. The struggle, the setbacks, and the perseverance are what give success its value.
When you fought for something, when you face failure head on and refuse to give up, the victory is that much sweeter. Failure gives you a deep appreciation for what it takes to succeed and a profound gratitude for the journey. Failure also builds resilience. Every time you face a setback and keep going, you're training yourself to be stronger, tougher, and more determined. You're proving to yourself that you can handle adversity, that you can rise above challenges, and that you can keep moving forward no matter what. This resilience becomes a part of who you are, a quality that serves you not just in your pursuits, but in every aspect of your life. When you embrace failure, you also embrace growth. You understand that perfection is a myth and progress is the goal. You stop being afraid of making mistakes and start seeing them as opportunities to learn. You become more willing to take risks, to step out of your comfort zone, to chase your dreams with everything you've got. Failure gives you the courage to go after what you want, knowing that even if you stumble, you'll get back up stronger. Failure is a reminder that you're human. It's a shared experience that connects us all. No one is immune to it, and everyone can learn from it. When you accept this, you stop fearing failure and start embracing it as a natural part of life. You begin to see it not as an obstacle, but as a stepping stone, not as a defeat, but as a lesson. You realize that every failure is a necessary part of your journey towards success. Failure is not the opposite of success, it's a part of it. It's the process of trial and error that leads to breakthroughs. It's the refining fire that shapes you into the person you're meant to be. It's the teacher that gives you the tools, the strength, and the wisdom to achieve your goals. Failure is not something to avoid, it's something to embrace. It's not something to fear, it's something to learn from. Failure is not losing, it's learning. The grind is supposed to stretch and strengthen you. It's not meant to be easy, it's meant to push you beyond the limits you thought you had. The grind isn't just the work you do, it's the battle you fight every day with yourself, with your doubts, and with the distractions that try to pull you away from your goals. The grind doesn't care about your comfort zone, your excuses, or your reasons for taking the easy way out. It's there to test you, to challenge you, and ultimately to make you better. When you embrace the grind, you're stepping into a process of transformation. It's not about immediate results or quick wins, it's about the cumulative effect of showing up day after day, even when it's hard. The grind demands consistency. It's not about doing something once or twice when you feel motivated, it's about doing it over and over, even on the days when motivation is nowhere to be found. The grind forces you to build discipline, and discipline is what separates those who achieve from those who only dream. Every time you push through the grind, you're stretching yourself. You're stepping outside of what's comfortable and familiar. Growth doesn't happen in the comfort zone. It happens in the discomfort, in the struggle, and in the effort you put in when no one is watching. The grind stretches your mind, your body, and your spirit, making you capable of more than you ever thought possible. It pushes you to explore your limits and then break through them. Stretching means growth, but growth doesn't come without pain. The grind is supposed to hurt. It's supposed to test your patience and your perseverance. That pain you feel when you're working hard, when you're putting in the hours, when you're giving everything you've got, that's not a sign to stop. That's a sign you're on the right track. That pain is the price of progress. It's the fire that forges you into something stronger. Without it, there's no transformation, no improvement, and no greatness. Strength isn't built in moments of ease. It's built in the moments when you feel like giving up but choose to keep going. It's built when you push through fatigue, doubt, and frustration. The grind forces you to develop mental toughness. It makes you stronger, not just physically, but emotionally and mentally. Every challenge you face and overcome in the grind adds another layer of resilience to your character. It teaches you that you're capable of handling more than you thought. The grind teaches you to focus. It strips away distractions and forces you to concentrate on what really matters. When you're deep in the grind, you don't have time for trivial things. Your energy is directed toward your goals, your purpose, and your vision. This focus sharpens your skills, your decision-making, and your ability to execute. The grind doesn't just strengthen your body or your work ethic, it strengthens your ability to stay locked in on your priorities. The grind also tests your commitment. It asks you how badly you want it, whatever it is for you. It doesn't care about your words or your intentions, it cares about your actions. The grind will reveal whether you're truly dedicated to your goals or whether you're just interested in them. When the initial excitement wears off, when the obstacles start piling up, that's when your commitment is put to the test. The grind separates the committed from the casual. In the grind, there's no room for entitlement. It doesn't matter how talented you are, how much potential you have, or how many people believe in you. The grind doesn't care about any of that. It cares about the effort you put in. It rewards those who are willing to work for it, who are willing to outlast the competition, and who are willing to sacrifice for their dreams. Talent might give you a head start, but it's the grind that determines whether you cross the finish line. The grind forces you to confront your excuses. It doesn't allow you to hide behind reasons why you can't do something. It calls you out, challenges you to stop making excuses, and pushes you to find solutions instead. The grind doesn't care about your circumstances, it cares about your choices. Every time you show up and put in the work, you're proving to yourself that you're bigger than your excuses, that you're capable of doing what it takes no matter the obstacles in your way. When you're in the grind, you learn to value the process over the outcome. You stop focusing solely on the end goal and start appreciating the journey. The grind teaches you that the effort you put in today is building the foundation for tomorrow. It's about laying one brick at a time, knowing that each brick contributes to the structure of your success. The grind helps you understand that success isn't a single event, it's the result of countless small actions compounded over time. The grind also builds patience. It forces you to slow down and trust the process. In a world that's obsessed with instant gratification, the grind reminds you that real success takes time. It's not about shortcuts or quick fixes, it's about perseverance, consistency, and long-term effort. The grind teaches you that every step, no matter how small, is progress. It shows you that the journey is worth it, even when the results aren't immediate. The grind humbles you. It reminds you that no one is above the work. No matter how skilled, experienced, or accomplished you are, the grind levels the playing field, demands effort from everyone, and it rewards those who are willing to put in the time and energy. The grind doesn't play favorites. It doesn't care about your past successes or your current status. It only cares about how hard you're willing to work right now. Through the grind, you develop a sense of pride, not in the results, but in the effort. You begin to value the sweat, the struggle, and the sacrifices. You realize that the work itself is meaningful, that the act of pushing yourself is its own reward. The grind helps you understand that success isn't just about reaching a destination, it's about who you become along the way. It's about the strength, discipline, and resilience you build through the process. The grind challenges you to keep going, even when progress seems invisible. It forces you to trust that the work you're putting in will eventually pay off, even if the results aren't showing up yet. It teaches you to have faith in yourself and in the process. The grind requires patience, persistence, and the ability to keep moving forward, even when the path ahead isn't clear. It's about staying committed, even when it feels like nothing is happening. The grind is where growth happens. It's where you transform from who you are now into who you're capable of becoming. It's where you discover your limits and then push past them. The grind doesn't just prepare you for success, it prepares you for life. It teaches you to handle adversity, to persevere through challenges, and to keep striving no matter what. Through the grind, you become stronger, wiser, and more capable. The pain of regret is worse than the pain of discipline. It's a truth that many people only come to understand after it's too late, when the chances they had are gone, the time they wasted cannot be reclaimed, and the opportunities they let slip by have faded into distant memories. Discipline may feel like a burden in the moment. It may seem like an uphill climb, like a relentless push against a grain of comfort, but its rewards far outweigh the fleeting sting of effort. Regret, on the other hand, is a weight you carry for life, a constant reminder of what could have been if only you had chosen differently. Discipline is difficult. It requires sacrifice. It demands that you show up when you don't feel like it, that you say no to the things that tempt you away from your goals, and that you stay committed even when the results aren't immediate.
Discipline asks you to delay gratification, to trust in a process that doesn't promise instant rewards. It requires strength of will, a vision for your future, and the courage to prioritize what's important over what's easy.
Discipline isn't glamorous or exciting. It's often mundane, repetitive, and uncomfortable, but it's also the key to unlocking your potential. The pain of discipline is temporary. It's the soreness of a workout, the early mornings and late nights, the hours spent practicing when others are relaxing. It's the discomfort of pushing yourself beyond what you thought you could do, the frustration of failing and trying again, and the perseverance required to stay the course. These moments of pain are fleeting. They pass, and in their place, they leave progress, growth, and the satisfaction of knowing you gave your best effort. Regret, however, lingers. It's not sharp or immediate like the pain of discipline. It's a slow, creeping ache that grows with time. Regret whispers to you in quiet moments, reminding you of the chances you didn't take, the work you avoided, and the dreams you let fade away. It tells you stories of what might have been, filling your mind with images of a life you could have lived if only you had chosen differently. Regret doesn't fade with time, it intensifies, feeding on the realization that the opportunity to change is past. When you choose discipline, you're choosing to take control of your future. You're deciding that your goals and dreams are worth the effort it takes to achieve them. Discipline empowers you to shape your life, to become the person you aspire to be, and to create a legacy you can be proud of. It's not easy, but it's worth it. The sacrifices you make today are investments in your future, and the pain you endure now is the price of the success you'll enjoy later. Regret, on the other hand, comes from inaction. It's the result of letting fear, laziness, or doubt keep you from pursuing what you truly want. It's the outcome of choosing comfort over challenge, of settling for less than you're capable of, and of allowing excuses to dictate your decisions. Regret is the consequence of failing to take responsibility for your life and your choices. It's a heavy burden made worse by the knowledge that it could have been avoided. The pain of discipline is a sign that you're growing. It's a signal that you're stepping out of your comfort zone and pushing yourself to new heights. It's a necessary part of progress, a reminder that nothing worth having comes easy. Discipline forces you to confront your weaknesses, to face the areas where you need to improve, and to develop the habits and skills that will lead to success. It's not always pleasant, but it's always productive. Regret, on the other hand, offers nothing but sorrow. It doesn't teach you or strengthen you, it drains you. It saps your energy, your confidence, and your motivation. Regret keeps you stuck in the past, replaying moments of missed opportunity and imagining how things could have been different. It's a thief, stealing your joy and your peace of mind. While discipline moves you forward, regret holds you back. Every decision you make is a choice between discipline and regret. When you hit snooze instead of getting up to work on your goals, you're choosing regret. When you skip a workout, procrastinate on a project, on a project, or let a moment of temptation derail your progress, you're choosing regret. These choices may seem small in the moment, but they add up over time, shaping the trajectory of your life. The pain of discipline may feel intense in the short term, but it's nothing compared to the long-term pain of regret. Discipline isn't about perfection, it's about persistence. It's about showing up consistently even when you don't feel like it, and doing the work even when it's hard. Discipline is about making progress, not excuses. It's about focusing on what you can control and taking ownership of your actions. Discipline requires effort, but it also builds momentum. The more you practice it, the stronger it becomes, and the easier it gets to stay on track. Regret, on the other hand, thrives on avoidance. It grows when you put things off, when you let opportunities slip by, and when you convince yourself that you'll have time to do it later. Regret feeds on the gap between your potential and your reality, and it flourishes in the space where discipline should have been. The longer you wait to take action, the deeper regret takes root. Discipline builds confidence. Every time you push through the pain and accomplish something difficult, you prove to yourself that you're capable. You start to trust yourself more, to believe in your ability to handle challenges, and to take pride in your resilience. Discipline strengthens your character, teaching you the value of hard work, perseverance, and integrity. It prepares you for bigger challenges and greater successes. Regret, by contrast, erodes confidence. It makes you question your abilities, your choices, and your worth. It fills your mind with doubts, making you wonder if you're capable of achieving anything at all. Regret weakens your resolve, making it harder to take action in the future. It creates a cycle of hesitation and inaction, where the fear of failure becomes a self-fulfilling prophecy. Discipline is a choice you make every day. It's not a one-time decision, but a series of small decisions repeated over and over. It's about prioritizing your long-term goals over your short-term desires. It's about staying focused on what matters, even when distractions and temptations arise. Discipline is a habit, and like any habit, it takes time and effort to develop. But once you do, it becomes a powerful tool for achieving your dreams. Regret is also a choice, though it doesn't always feel like one. It's the result of choosing inaction, of letting fear or doubt dictate your decisions. Regret is what happens when you let life pass you by, waiting for the perfect moment that never comes. It's what happens when you settle for less than you're capable of because you're afraid to reach for more. Regret is the outcome of letting your potential go untapped, your dreams unfulfilled, and your time wasted. The pain of discipline teaches you that you're stronger than you think. It shows you that you can endure discomfort, overcome challenges, and keep going even when it's hard. It builds resilience, preparing you for the inevitable setbacks and obstacles that come with pursuing your goals. Discipline doesn't just help you achieve success, it transforms you into the kind of person who can sustain it. Regret, however, offers no such growth. It leaves you stuck in the past, longing for a do-over that will never come. It keeps you from moving forward, from taking risks, and from believing in your ability to create a better future. Regret is a constant reminder of what you didn't do, of the chances you didn't take, and of the life you could have lived if only you had chosen differently. Success isn't about avoiding failure, it's about learning to get back up after you fall. Failure is not the enemy, it's part of the process, an essential ingredient in the recipe for growth and achievement. Every failure is a lesson, a moment to reflect, adapt, and grow stronger. The real test of success is not whether you fall, but whether you have the courage and determination to rise again. It's easy to stay down, to let failure define you, but the ones who achieve greatness are the ones who refuse to let setbacks stop them. Life is not a straight path, it's filled with twists, turns, and unexpected detours. Along the way, you will encounter obstacles, and sometimes those obstacles will knock you off your feet. But falling down is not the end of the journey, it's an opportunity to regroup, reassess, and come back stronger. Each fall teaches you something valuable about yourself, about the world, and about what it takes to succeed. It's through these moments of failure that you discover your resilience, your determination, and your capacity to overcome. Failure is not final. It's not a reflection of your worth or your potential. It's simply a moment in time, a stepping stone on the path to success. When you fall, it's a chance to pause and reflect. What went wrong? What could you have done differently? What will you do next time? These questions are not meant to bring you down. They're meant to lift you up, to help you see the bigger picture and to guide you toward a better strategy. Failure is feedback, and feedback is the fuel for improvement. Getting back up after a fall requires strength, not just physical strength, but mental and emotional fortitude. It requires you to believe in yourself, even when the evidence seems to suggest otherwise. It requires you to have faith in your ability to learn, grow, and adapt. When you get back up, you're proving to yourself and to the world that you're not defined by your failures, but by your ability to persevere. You're showing that no matter how many times you fall, you will always rise again. The process of getting back up is not always easy. It's painful, it's uncomfortable, and it's often accompanied by feelings of doubt, fear, and frustration. But it's in these moments of discomfort that growth happens. Each time you rise after a fall, you become a little stronger, a little wiser, and a little more prepared for the challenges ahead. The process of rising builds character. It teaches you patience, humility, and the value of hard work. Falling down is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign that you're trying, that you're putting yourself out there, that you're pushing your limits. The only people who never fall are the ones who never take risks, who never step outside of their comfort zones, who never chase their dreams. Falling is proof that you're on the path to something greater, that you're striving for more, that you're not content to settle for mediocrity. When you get back up after a fall, you're not just recovering, you're evolving. You're taking the lessons you've learned and using them to become a better version of yourself. You're turning failure into fuel, disappointment into determination, and setbacks into stepping stones. Each time you rise, you're getting closer to your goals, to your dreams, to the life you've always envisioned. It's important to remember that everyone falls. Even the most successful people in the world have faced failure, often many times over. They didn't achieve greatness by avoiding failure, they achieved it by refusing to give up, by learning from their mistakes, and by continuing to move forward no matter what. Their stories are not tales of uninterrupted success, they're stories of resilience, perseverance, and an unshakable belief in their ability to rise. Failure is a universal experience, but how you respond to it is what sets you apart. You can let failure defeat you, or you can let it drive you. You can let it be the end of the story, or you can make it the beginning of a comeback. The choice is yours. Each time you fall, you have a decision to make. Will you stay down or will you rise again? Rising after a fall requires courage, the courage to face your fears, to confront your mistakes, and to keep going even when the odds seem stacked against you. It requires you to believe in yourself, to trust in your abilities, and to hold on to your vision even when the path forward seems uncertain. Courage is not the absence of fear, it's the willingness to act in spite of it. Each time you rise, you're practicing courage, and with each act of courage, become stronger and more confident. Resilience is built in the moments when you choose to get back up. It's not something you're born with, it's something you develop through experience, through effort, through perseverance. Resilience is the ability to bounce back, to recover, to keep going no matter what. It's the understanding that failure is not the end, but a stepping stone on the path to success. Each time you rise, you're strengthening your resilience. And resilience is one of the most valuable qualities you can possess. The act of rising is a statement. It's a declaration that you will not be defeated, that you will not let failure define you, that you will not give up on your dreams. It's a reminder to yourself and to the world that you are stronger than your setbacks, that you are capable of overcoming any obstacle, that you are determined to succeed no matter what. Each time you rise, you're reinforcing your commitment to your goals and your belief in your ability to achieve them. When you get back up after a fall, you're not just moving forward, you're inspiring others. Your resilience, your determination, your refusal to give up, it all serves as a powerful example to those around you. Your willingness to rise shows others that it's possible to overcome challenges, to turn setbacks into opportunities, to keep going even when the road is tough. Your story of rising can be a source of strength, hope, and motivation for those who are facing their own struggles. Falling is not something to be ashamed of. It's a natural part of the journey, a sign that you're trying, growing, and pushing yourself. Each fall is an opportunity to learn, to reflect, and to come back stronger. It's not the fall that matters, it's what you do after. Will you let it define you, or will you use it as a stepping stone to something greater? Each time you rise, you're proving to yourself that you're capable of more than you ever thought possible. You're showing that you have the strength, the determination, and the resilience to overcome any challenge. You're building the habits, the mindset, and the character that will carry you through life's toughest moments. Each time you rise, you're becoming the person you were meant to be. Rising after a fall is a skill, and like any skill, it gets easier with practice. The more you do it, the more confident you become in your ability to handle whatever life throws your way. Each fall becomes less intimidating, each setback less discouraging, because you know that you have what it takes to rise again. With each act of rising, you're building a foundation of strength, resilience, and confidence that will support you in every aspect of your life. It's important to remember that rising is not about erasing the fall, it's about learning from it, growing because of it, and moving forward in spite of it. The fall is part of your story, part of your journey, part of what makes you who you are. It's not something to hide or deny, it's something to embrace, to use as fuel for your next steps, to transform into a source of strength. Each time you rise, you're taking control of your story. You're deciding that your failures will not define you, that your setbacks will not stop you, that your challenges will not defeat you. You're writing a narrative of resilience, of determination, of unwavering commitment to your dreams. Each time you rise, you're proving that you are stronger than your circumstances, that you are capable of achieving greatness, that you are unstoppable. Greatness is not reserved for the chosen few. It is available to anyone who is willing to pay the price. Many people look at those who have achieved extraordinary things and assume they were born with some special gift, some innate talent that set them apart. But the truth is, greatness is not about talent alone. It's about effort, commitment, and an unrelenting desire to rise above mediocrity. It's about doing what others won't, going where others fear to tread, and sacrificing what others are unwilling to give up. Greatness is within your reach, but it demands a price, and only those who are willing to pay it will ever claim it. The price of greatness is discipline. It's the daily effort to show up and put in the work, even when you don't feel like it. It's saying no to distractions, resisting temptations, and staying focused on your goals. Discipline is not glamorous. It doesn't come with instant rewards or recognition. In fact, it often feels thankless and exhausting, but it's in those moments of consistent effort, when no one is watching, that the seeds of greatness are sown. Discipline is the foundation upon which success is built, and without it, greatness is impossible. The price of greatness is sacrifice. It's giving up short-term comforts for long-term gains. It's choosing the harder path because it leads to something greater. Sacrifice means letting go of what is easy, familiar, and safe, and stepping into the unknown. It means prioritizing your dreams over your distractions, your vision over your vices, and your purpose over your pleasures. Sacrifice is not easy. It requires courage, strength, and unwavering determination. But it's through sacrifice that you discover what you're truly capable of. The price of greatness is perseverance. It's the willingness to keep going, even when the odds are stacked against you. It's pushing through pain, frustration, and setbacks, and refusing to give up no matter how tough things get. Perseverance is not about never failing, it's about never quitting. It's about rising after every fall, learning from every mistake, and continuing to move forward. Perseverance is what separates those who achieve greatness from those who settle for less. It's the refusal to let obstacles define your limits or challenges deter your dreams. The price of greatness is resilience. It's the ability to bounce back from adversity, to adapt to change, and to stay strong in the face of difficulty. Resilience is not something you're born with, it's something you build through experience, effort, and determination. Each setback, each failure, each moment of doubt is an opportunity to grow stronger, to become more capable, and to prove to yourself that you have what it takes. Resilience is not about avoiding challenges, it's about embracing them as opportunities to rise. The price of greatness is belief. It's having faith in your abilities, your vision, and your purpose, even when no one else does. Belief is what fuels your determination, sustains your effort, and keeps you going when the journey gets tough. It's the inner voice that tells you you can do this even when the world says otherwise. Belief is not about ignoring reality, it's about refusing to let doubt dictate your destiny. It's about seeing the potential within yourself and committing to bring it to life. The price of greatness is action. It's not enough to dream, plan, or hope. You must take action. Greatness demands that you step out of your comfort zone, take risks, and put in the work. Action is where ideas become reality, where potential becomes performance, and where dreams become achievements. It's in the doing, not the wishing, that greatness is found. Action requires courage, effort, and a willingness to fail, but it's the only way to move forward. The price of greatness is consistency. It's not about one big effort, it's about a series of small, deliberate actions repeated over time. Consistency is what turns habits into results, potential into progress, and effort into excellence. It's the daily commitment to keep showing up, to keep improving, and to keep striving for more. Consistency is not flashy or exciting, it's steady, persistent, and unyielding. but it's also incredibly powerful. Over time, small, consistent actions create big, lasting results. The price of greatness is self-awareness. It's understanding your strengths, weaknesses, and potential, and using that knowledge to guide your decisions. Self-awareness is about being honest with yourself, recognizing where you need to grow, and taking responsibility for your progress. It's about setting realistic goals, creating effective strategies, and staying true to your values. Self-awareness is not about self-doubt or self-criticism. It's about self-reflection and self-improvement. It's about knowing who you are and striving to become the best version of yourself. The price of greatness is passion. It's the fire that fuels your effort, the drive that keeps you going, and the energy that propels you forward. Passion is not just about enthusiasm or excitement. It's about a deep, abiding commitment to your purpose. It's about caring so deeply about your goals that you're willing to do whatever it takes to achieve them. Passion is what makes the sacrifices worthwhile, the setbacks bearable, and the journey meaningful. It's the heartbeat of greatness. The price of greatness is focus. It's the ability to tune out distractions, prioritize what matters, and stay committed to your goals. Focus is not about doing everything, it's about doing the right things. It's about saying no to what doesn't serve your purpose so you can say yes to what does. Focus requires clarity, discipline, and determination. It's not about working harder, it's about working smarter. It's about putting your energy into the things that truly matter. The price of greatness is humility. It's recognizing that you don't have all the answers, that there's always more to learn, and that success is not achieved alone. Humility is not about self-deprecation or weakness. It's about strength, wisdom, and growth. It's about seeking advice, accepting feedback, and being open to new perspectives. Humility is what keeps you grounded, teaches you resilience, and reminds you that greatness is not about being better than others. It's about being the best you can be. The price of greatness is patience. It's understanding that success doesn't happen overnight, that progress takes time, and that the journey is as important as the destination. Patience is not about waiting passively. It's about working diligently, trusting the process, and staying committed even when results are slow to come. Patience is what keeps you moving forward, even when the path is long, the progress is slow, and the outcome is uncertain. It's the quiet confidence that your efforts will pay off. The price of greatness is commitment. It's the unwavering determination to pursue your goals no matter what challenges arise. Commitment is not about interest or enthusiasm. It's about dedication and perseverance. It's about staying true to your vision. Even when the journey gets tough, the obstacles seem insurmountable, and the results are not yet visible. Commitment is what keeps you moving forward, even when the world says you should stop. The price of greatness is courage. It's the willingness to face your fears, take risks, and step into the unknown. Courage is not about the absence of fear. It's about acting in spite of it. It's about standing firm in the face of doubt, criticism, and adversity. Courage is what empowers you to chase your dreams, overcome your challenges, and push beyond your limits. It's the strength to keep going, even when the path ahead is uncertain.